student section is one of the best in the Big Ten, and I would imagine tonight it's going to be just as loud.
Again, trying to gather themselves. Buckeyes got the win in football, rallying second half against the Nittany Lions. So some fans at Happy Valley looking for a little payback in volleyball tonight. Underway here. Ohio State in the scarlet on the road. Penn State in the white. Again with the pink showcased proudly. Gabby Gonzales going to the back. Penn State try to start strong. Kylie Murr, libero, puts it up. Good get in the back for Jillian Grimes, the freshman from Illinois. There's Williams, no put away yet. Tip of the net, out of bounds. First point to Penn State.
We mentioned how explosive and connected this Buckeye offense is. During that first point, not great setter-hitter connections. That's something that Mac Pedraza will look to improve on early on in this match.
Again, the Buckeyes coming in, swept Michigan Wednesday at home. Outblocked in that matchup, but got it done efficiently against the Wolverines. And there you see the Buckeyes get on the board to begin things. Jen Flynn Oldenburg said, you know, even when we aren't playing our best volleyball during this winning stretch, we are battling.
She mentioned in that sweep against Michigan, they might not have been playing their best volleyball, but she learned that this team can battle and they can score and win against anyone.
Crowd amped up here. Serve from Gonzales. Back set for Allie Holland, the junior, Ohio native. Grew up not too far away from Columbus. And at the net, point, Nittany Lions.
And that all started with an incredible up, keeping this ball alive. Mac Pedraza playing a lot of defense to start for this Buckeye team, but it's eventually Cash Williams in that hard arm swing, just able to barrel through any block with the speed and the power that she brings.
Williams, leader for this Penn State squad, over 3 kills per set. First year transfer in from Long Beach State. Down the line and power there from the Buckeyes, and the put away for Emily Laundot, past National Freshman of the Year to start her career in Columbus.
An impressive set from Pedraza, pushing it all the way back. Laundot is still able to bang the line on that one, letting it cross her body before she takes a big rip.
Serve from Murr. Salesa Elisaya setting things up, and the put away there from Clark.
Katie Clark starting to get going off a great set from Elisaya, pushing her slide attacker all the way out so she has all options to hit, and Katie Clark jumping through that ball and swinging smart to the cross court.
Grad student from Arlington, Texas. TCU transfer, second season with the Nittany Lions. That they know she can do. They know that she can score. Continuing to build up her blocking even more. Scramble here for the Buckeyes. Opportunity, Nittany Lions. Elisaya going to Zoe Weatherington, and the senior from Charlotte buries it.
Weatherington is another one for this Nittany Lions team that has a heavy arm. If that block is not perfectly set up on her, she can find a way to barrel through it.
This is a start for Penn State that they haven't had in a lot of sets this season. They've fallen behind, including in Illinois, where they lost the other night in 4 sets, dug deep holes in the first couple of sets, and never able to quite come all the way back.
And Katie Schumacher-Colley mentioned that they had to be ready to go right away, and one thing she wanted to see was her team pick up these tips. She wanted from the gun them to play clean and no tips or rolls falling on their side.
Yeah, Penn State leader thought her team some good practices this week, credited Illinois, but says her team needs to be ready. Williams is ready, powered to the floor.
Williams is going to get a lot of sets tonight, and that comes from the serve. Penn State nailing this pass. They're able to run Cash Williams with tempo, and that is when she can be great. When there's holes in the block, because that speed of the set is so fast, she can see the block, hit right through it in the gap.
Now 2 of the first 5 points for Penn State coming from that lethal right arm of Cash Williams. In the middle, another power shot for the Nittany Lions coming from Clark.
In transition, you want to get your middles going because the other side of the net might not be set up enough, but Katie Clark, she has been explosive since she entered the starting lineup consistently since Taylor Trammell went down in that game against Maryland last Friday.
6-3 beginning. Weatherington, great read at the net and finds open space.
That all starts from the serve. The service pressure from Penn State has been great, really targeting those passers, moving them around, pulling them backwards, dropping one in front of them.
Pedraza. Battle with Wetherington at the net. And the Buckeye setter wins that battle.
Pedraza is a tall and physical setter. Anytime she's up front, if she's tight, she's going to go up, whether that's taking a dump, going up strong on a block. But look at this strength and the push that she has, even with one arm, beating a blocker going up with two.
6'2" from Sunbury, Ohio. Almost 11 assists per set, leading the Big Ten. Service error there for the Buckeyes. Penn State doubling up Ohio State thus far. This Buckeye team leading the Big Ten, kills per set, assists per set, and trying to get things going here from the jump. Down the line, Alexa Markley converting, the freshman from Peachtree City, Georgia. An aggressive serving for Penn State.
Penn State is putting in bullets on the Buckeyes. That was one thing they knew that they had to do, was get Ohio State out of system, because that makes their offense more predictable. And from the back line, they are doing a great job getting the Buckeyes out of system.
Katie Schumacher-Cauley thought her team could have been more aggressive serving in their loss against Illinois, and right now they're rolling on the serve of Maddie Bilanovic, and timeout taken here for Ohio State. Halloween weekend. Right now it's trick and treat for Penn State fans. Nittany Lions bolting from the blocks here, up 10-4 on 6th-ranked Ohio State. Double block for the Buckeyes. Wetherington. Murr will bump it up. Gonzales. Nice dig for Bilanovic. And put down in the middle for the Nittany Lions, who can't seem to miss right now the finish from Holland.
Not only is Penn State serving great, but in transition, those digs are going right up to the setter. So Salesa Elisaya has all options open, even in tough situations.
Katie Schumacher-Cauley told us, slow down the OSU offense with aggressive serving. Check so far. Control the ball. Some of the silly, boneheaded errors that they've had early in matches, haven't had any thus far. Penn State, no errors to this point. Gonzales into the block. Good work from Murr to keep it rolling. And again, Penn State trying to shut down the near side, but the Buckeyes get a much-needed side out.
And Gabby Gonzales in that play, hitting a lot of tough swings. Out of system, she knows she's going to have 4 blockers in front of her, so she has to place her shots even better.
That's the other thing that Penn State coach Katie Schumacher-Cauley was talking about, keeping a ball in play even when it's in a chaos ball. Penn State has done a good job of that, but right into the teeth of the Buckeye block that time.
And the Buckeyes not known for their great blocking, but at times when Adria Powell can close to the block, she's so great at dropping that inside hand in and taking away shots that look like they're there, but then she sneaks into them.
Just about 2 blocks per set for the Buckeyes. And Penn State can't control it there. And Ohio State trying to settle in.
Ohio State trying to match the service pressure of Penn State right now, putting in bullets, mixing up their serves, really targeting those seams between the passers, especially when they have a passing outside putback.
There's Wetherington. Beautiful set from Elisaya, and Penn State has some rhythm here at the outset.
And a great switch up for Penn State. Elisaya brought Wetherington in closer to her on that one to try to confuse Ohio State's blockers and try to make them make a decision whether they were going to go up with the middle or on a quick back set.
Wetherington, 10 kills at 353 on Wednesday in the road loss at Illinois. Starting strong here. Ohio State tries to go line and can't put it in.
And Katie Schumacher-Cauley said it after that loss to Illinois. Her team came in and they were ready to go. They had a few good practices put together, and tonight we're seeing a lot more juice from them than we saw in that match against Illinois on Wednesday.
She told her team, great teams get better now in October and November. You can still improve. And trying to send a message to her squad, and they have responded here at the start. Elisaya putting it up for Markley at the net. Pedraza goes dump. Lions ready for it. Out of to the back row. That'll work there for Laundot.
Laundot has a heavy arm, but decides to go off speed with that one. And again, this is something Penn State had a big focus on during this match, was picking up these off speeds. They have a lot of room in the middle of the court. Someone has to call that ball off early and take it.
5th in the Big Ten in kills per set. Close to 4 per set. And for Laundot, 2 already here in the opener, hitting 400 on 5 swing. Another opportunity and another delivery.
And Emily Laundot, when she's up front, she is Pedraza's go-to. She swings with a heavy arm. She mixes up her shots. She's just a junior on this team, but she's been playing like a veteran since she came in freshman year. Coming
off a double-double. 13 kills, 12 digs, a couple of blocks too, and that win against Michigan midweek. Elisaya looking for Markley, and the freshman runs right into a wall of scarlet. Opening set underway here from Happy Valley. Jason, Emily Eman, our Big Ten Network crew, glad to have you with us. After watching Wisconsin get past Minnesota in 4, opening stretch of this best of 5 underway. Buckeyes falling behind here. Penn State inspired. Ohio State trying to make it 10 straight wins and keep the longest active winning wave in the conference rolling, but Alexa Markley and the rest of the Penn State squad, Emily, have been on fire.
Everything's clicking for Penn State right now. It's starting from the service line. The service pressure on Ohio State has been stellar all night, and offensively now hitting 360.
The group from Ohio with a leg up here after 3, with Penn State rallying back.
Penn State really just keeping the pressure on the Buckeyes, eventually coming out with it, down 24-19 at one point.
Again, great serving from Jillian Grimes, including a couple of aces. Buckeyes looking a bit shaky in that stretch with some tough touches. And ultimately, Penn State goes ahead, but Ohio State taking the initial point here again. Ohio State looking for its first perfect month of October since 1994, last time the Buckeyes won the Big Ten title. They made it to the national semifinals, but they're running into a tough bunch for Penn State, which also pushed the Buckeyes to 5 in their first meeting 3 weeks ago in Columbus. Ultimately, the Buckeyes prevailed there.
And Allie Holland has been big in this game, getting almost the most attempts on this team, and that's coming from a middle, just 1 attempt behind Alexa Markley. That shows you a lot about what Salesa Elisaya is doing with this offense to keep it balanced.
And Holland, 12 kills. Williams with 14, but most of those coming in the first 2 sets. Gonzales firing down the line. Clark has been super efficient. Gonzales playing it over. Williams trying to get going again. Gonzales into the Penn State block. Off hands that time, and it works.
Gabby Gonzales mixing up her shots again, this time taking a little bit of speed off of it and chipping it to that Langle shot in the 1-6. Seems so difficult to defend if you're on that back line because it's between 2 defenders.
Gabby Gonzales, 6 double-doubles this season. And most of her damage been to the offensive end tonight with 18 kills. Rising up and depositing it in the back of the Penn State defense.
Smart shot by the middle, going for that back deep corner, a shot that if you're hitting as a middle, there is absolutely no defender in sight.
Moore back in. On the slide there to Clark.
Great push by Elisaya, getting Clark all the way out to that line, but that happens because of a pass. If you nail this pass and you can get your middle going on first ball side out, it is big, especially down the line, when you can really test those blockers' hands.
Elisaya with that lefty serve. Moore finds the net.
Difficult ball for Moore to hit on that. It was way more inside than she would have wanted, so she didn't get her feet all the way there, and that time the timing just a bit off.
And for the match, Buckeyes actually out-hitting Penn State at this juncture, 233 to 214. The Nittany Lions getting it done where it counts, and their serving has been more effective at this point.
Penn State's serving has been elite this game. 6 aces to just Ohio State's 1, getting the Buckeyes out of system at such a high clip, making it easy on their block to set up.
And 1 ace, 10 errors in the Buckeyes, 6 aces, 7 errors. It's a difference of 8 points there, disparity in the ones earned and the ones wasted for each team. Block party indeed here at Rec Hall.
Penn State's block out of system can be so great because they work so well together. They go up at the exact same time, and those middles close every time, getting that right hand turned inside the court to take away a seam.
11th team block of the night for Penn State, and Holland has been part of 7 of those. Williams calling for it and converted.
Defense turning into offense for Penn State. Getting Cash Williams pumped up off an incredible up in the backcourt by Grimes. Laying out for this one, keeping the ball alive. And Cash Williams out of system. Not a great situation, but is able to finish off the ball in the back corner.
Vilanovic and the rest of the team loving her terminating abilities. Kill 15 for her of the night. Shot that time from Wood. It's Gonzales soaring from the back. Vilanovic bumping it up for Wetherington, but that's shut down easily by the Buckeyes.
Out of system, when you're a blocker, you have to be great. You have to get those hands up really quick and push them as hard as you can over, because it might be an off-speed situation where you need to leave your hands up a bit longer because the ball is coming slower.
Clark has been so deadly on slides, but that time Buckeyes in position.
LSI forced that one a bit too much. She was pretty off the net, and Clark had to adjust her feet in a different way. And on a slide attack, when it's coming so quick, it is very hard as a middle to make those adjustments.
And it goes into the books as an error for Clark, just her second, along with 9 kills. Boy, get the sense Rader and company are jacked up a bit. They know the importance of getting off to a strong start here in this fourth.
Jen Flynn Oldenburg said tonight's success would be those right side blockers shutting down Penn State's outside.
Over 30 for Williams. In the swing category. Continuing to pile it on and rising and hitting it a little higher and a little harder.
And the confidence that Cash Williams is swinging with is outstanding. When she gets going in tempo, if there is any hole in that block, she can see it right away and bring the power. There is nobody in the gym digging that ball. So fast you can barely see it.
Pumped it off Pedraza, who could just only shake it off and get ready for the next point. Rader. Nice set from Pedraza.
Connection not quite there, but Rader made a good adjustment, kind of swiped at that ball, got lucky on it, just clearing the net.
Yeah, 38th assist on the night for Pedraza, and linking with Rader. Wetherington and Gonzales can't handle it.
Gonzales wishes she had that one back, going right over her shoulder. Probably that ball is out, but just gets in the way as Wetherington was targeting her on the back line.
5th kill of the night for Wetherington, but 7 errors hitting in the negative. She and Markley both in the negative, and Penn State still finding a way in front. Moore able to put that away.
And a great heads-up play by Morse, keeping her eyes on that ball, knowing where it is at all times. And if she gets a high set right over the net, she's going to take a big swing at it.
Katie Schumacher-Cauley And this program with a win tonight would have win number 1,399 all time. Only other program with 1,400 wins is Nebraska Cornhuskers. So Penn State closing in on that magical mark. And also closing in potentially on another 20-win season. Win tonight would be 18 in a row. Those banners hanging proudly here inside for what has been accomplished with the 7 NCAA titles all time. Banging from the outside is Gonzales.
Big swing out of system from Gonzales. She's been getting a lot of junk balls tonight, but Gonzales has got her feet there. Watch this adjustment. She waits on the ball, then attacks it, getting those feet there so she can take a full solid swing at the ball.
Boy, Gonzales has had a heavy workload tonight and been up to the task, closing in on a 20-kill evening. She's closing in on her career high. Londot getting it done with the off speed. We were talking about Penn State and putting those banners in the rafters at Rec Hall. Well, she used to wear Penn State colors, but Nicole Fawcett now, 30 years an assistant coach, couple as a volunteer, but now full-time on staff. That's got to be an interesting dynamic. Back in the place she used to make the crowd go wild.
You're an absolute rock star for this historic squad.
And then on with USA Volleyball, world champion in 2014, great pro career as well. And an Ohio native said one of the reasons that she chose Penn State was the great atmosphere at Rec Hall, and certainly we're seeing tastes of that tonight. And Jen Flynn-Olberg said Nicole's been with the team last year, probably a little easier with Russ Rose not on the bench now for Penn State. Certainly the longtime leader and her head coach as the Buckeyes pull ahead by 2. Critical stage here in this must-win set for Ohio State. Pedraza, short serve. Kirshen ready for it. And Buckeyes will get the point, calling a lift.
A break for Ohio State on that one as they try to pull away even more in set 4. And this is such a crucial set because if Ohio State wins this and they gain momentum into the 5th, that is big when that 5th set only goes to 15 points. Any momentum is big for your team.
You remember, Buckeyes had a couple of 5-point leads in the last set and squandered them. Now they're up 4. Service ace from Pedraza. So far tonight, 2 away from her career high. Had 22 2 times in her career already, including earlier this year in September against Michigan. So Elisaya taking a crack on 2, and Williams terminates.
Cash Williams 1-on-none. She is always going to win that matchup with the heavy arm that she brings. And if you're the defense on the other side, you put your helmet on and hope for the best.
Some key kills here in this set after Williams was relatively held in check in set 3, which Penn State still won. And another whistle at the net. And another call against Penn State in close.
Penn State's block at times has been too aggressive on these out-of-system swings, going up a little too strong and coming down on the net way too often.
Number 6, Ohio State by 4. Here in set 4, Clark. Gonzales, good work to keep it alive. And there's Janaisha Moore.
Big swing by Moore in an out-of-system play. She saw those blockers were way too far to her left, so she was able to get that ball to her right. Off an incredible up from Gabby Gonzales, keeping the ball alive. A lot of daylight for Moore to hit through cross court.
Again, she was the dominant force of the Buckeyes' first meeting with 21 kills tying her season high 3 weeks ago in Columbus against Penn State, and starting to come on strong now with 7 kills here in this one. Gonzales trying to keep things rolling. More down, Pedraza. Gonzales from the back. Moore putting it up. And that'll work. Should say Murr putting it up for Moore, and that combo effective.
And again, Penn State called in the net, getting way too aggressive on a lot of these blocks. At this point, you want to go up and be strong, but you can't give the other side those easy points.
Again, Moore watching Penn State at the net. Self-inflicted damage for the Nittany Lions. And again, Elisaya has picked her spots and able to finish.
Elisaya frustrated with herself that she was in the net on that last play, so she went up and took a big rip, taking out that frustration on the ball. As a lefty setter, she's able to take these big swings because the ball is crossing her shoulder and she can kind of have an approach as she's going up.
That's her 4th kill of the night. Also has her 6th double-double of the season. 41 assists, 10 digs. Pedraza to the outside. Big rip from Moore. Penn State handles it. Murr with the overpass. Milanovic bumping it up. And Weatherington drops the hammer.
Weatherington bringing the heat out of system. She does so well in these out-of-system sets when they're off the net because she can take big rips like this and have a lot of range to hit through. This time, going for Pedraza in the backcourt and just nailing her after the free ball pass. Check out how hard she snaps down on this ball.
Murr with another great extension of the play defensively. And Pedraza, after taking that one in the mug, coming over to the sideline for a minute, ready to battle on.
She played it off well. She's like, "I don't look at me. I'm good, I promise."
Certainly making sure a player takes something to the head that they are okay. And there's more starting to call Janasia's name and number a bit more.
And that first matchup between Ohio State and Penn State, you mentioned it, she was a rock star, and they have to get her going to try to open things up for the other hitters as well.
And Buckeyes hitting 370 in this set to just 120 in the 4th for Penn State. It shows on the scoreboard. Buckeyes by 5. Williams making something out of nothing.
Williams getting her team pumped up. It is that heavy arm. When she can get a swing that she likes, this is what it does for her team. They can get so excited because she's bringing the firepower.
Yeah, second look, credit Jillian Grimes. Good work to get that where Williams could work with it.
And turn to the crowd, too, getting them fired up.
Put away in the middle for Rader. And the Buckeyes, again, this is the juncture of the last set where it went sideways, where they were in control, trying to not squander another lead and potentially send this to a 5th. One big thing, serves that are in, and serves that are tough too. Easy put away for the Buckeyes up front.
Blondot's serve is so hard to pass because she hits it at such a high contact point that it's just driven straight downwards, making it really difficult on the passers to decide whether it's going to clip the tape or not.
Another look, service motion for the 6'3" junior. Milanovic had a tough time in that pass, and it caused Penn State to have another violation.
When that pass is tight, it is so hard for a back row setter to go up and try to save it.
Sixth in the country, only lost once in 19 games so far this year.
Lauren DeBow carrying that team.
Penn State looking to see if somebody can carry them back here in this fourth, but boy, Pedraza doing a little jig after her put away.
Pedraza is not a very overly offensive setter, but in these situations when the game might be tight on the line, the other team is not expecting it, so she can go up and take a really crafty dump at the ball, and a lot of times that defense isn't ready.
Yeah, third kill on 7 attempts for the Buckeye setter, 4 straight, and pretty comfortable margin for the Buckeyes as they try to put this fourth set to bed. And the block will help.
Flex on him, Pedraza, flex on him. A big block at a big time to try to gain some more momentum in set 4, carry that on to set 5. Great tracking by both of these blockers and getting up and being big.
Setter strength there, why not? Messiah going for Weatherington. Pedraza to the old trusty Londot.
Even when Londot's in the back row, Pedraza loves to find her, and Londot is hammering the line from the back row. Penn State has to make an adjustment and bring that block inside to take that line shot away from Londot when she's back row.
Make it a half dozen in a row here for Ohio State to turn a tight set into potentially a runaway. Vilanovic had to be alert to keep that serve up. Chance here, Buckeyes. Put away, Buckeyes. Impressive end to set 4 for Ohio State as they steam their way to a big win, 25-14.
From the service line and for Penn State from the attacking, so they have to play clean here in the 5th.
And we'll see how it works here in the 5th. And the Buckeyes strike first. Again, should talk about with Penn State trying to control the emotions here at home. Messiah, as you would expect, looking for Williams. And Williams finishing is at the Buckeyes into the net this time.
Cash Williams taking a big, strong rip at that overpass. She's been so great on these 50-50 balls. When she goes up, takes a solid swing, and Adria Powell just a little too aggressive on her block.
Holland triggering the serve. Gonzales taking a circuitous route to get to that ball, but it still works.
Veteran swing from Gonzales, a ball that is so far out of the court. She adjusted her feet well to that, mixed up her shot, took some speed off of it, and still found a way to get it over on the other side.
And again, does tie her career high. 3rd time she's had 22 kills in a match in Buckeye colors. Now Messiah wants Williams again, and she finishes one more time.
In this 5th set, Penn State will rely on Cash Williams to get them kills. She is their go-to attacker. She leads in kills on the year. She is dynamic, she is explosive, and the Nittany Lions will lean on her most in this 5th set.
Pedraza, back set for Londot. Great end zone look at how Penn State wants to get it to their money performer, Cash Williams.
And you can see out of system, Penn State's still able to run Cash Williams with a little bit of tempo, so she has a lot of holes in that block to hit through.
She's across the 20 kill threshold. Penn State by 1. Dump from Pedraza, and Penn State caught napping.
Mac Pedraza is not overly offensive, but when she is, it is so intentional. She does it to catch the other side off guard, not necessarily to establish herself as a threat, but she knows that that defense is not going to be ready when she takes it over on 2.
And they certainly weren't. Great call there from the Buckeye setter. Clark, talk about the angle straight down on that slot.
Watch how far she's coming all the way from the left side of your screen, 11 white, to the right side of your screen. Her momentum's taking her to the right, but she's able to turn her body and hit all the way left.
She's gotten the chance. She has stepped up for Penn State. Markley hitting in the negative for a good chunk of the night. Penn State working it to the middle, and a big point.
In transition, when Penn State gets a free ball, they want to run their middles with any chance that they can get on these quick plays because the other side is not quite set up yet. And Katie Clark mixing up her shots beautifully that time, taking a chip to zone 1.
10 kills now for Clark, 1 of 3. Nittany Lions in the double-figure category in that department. Elisaya with first contact. Bumped up there from Vilanovic and not on point.
There's nothing Alexa Markley could do with that ball. Way too tight in the net, a little bit too low. Vilanovic talking to her outside saying, hey, I'll get you better next time.
Again, Buckeyes try to make it 10 straight wins overall and keep a perfect month of October. Weatherington, Gonzales screaming back to save it. Tip from Weatherington. And the call here against Ohio State on the double, on Penn State on the double contact.
Ohio State's defense keeping them in that play to just keep the pressure. Gabby Gonzales with a running save. That's why you have to be stopped on defense, so you can make great plays like that and chase down balls.
Back-to-back points for the Buckeyes, and back even at 5. Clark, thunderous swing.
Clark has stepped up her game in this 5th set when she knows that Penn State needs her to be an offensive option. This wasn't the set that she might have liked, a bit lower, but she sped up that approach and sped up that arm swing and was still able to hit the shot that she wanted to zone 1.
Coming off 5 kills against Illinois, but a breakout night for Howland with a dozen. Moore hoping she caught the line, she didn't. Penn State 7-5.
In this 5th set, it goes so quickly, so any error that you have feels like maybe 1 or 2 more because this set is so little.
Vilanovic. Tough serve. Overpass, but Penn State mishandles that opportunity, and the Buckeyes get a massive point.
Pedraza and Riley Rader with a big heads-up play, turning and facing the net really quick to try to just put up 2 hands and stuff it down.
Weatherington, the adjustment inside at the net. Pedraza wants Gonzales, but the block set up perfectly. Holland in shutdown mode. They remember being on opposite sides of the net.
Jen Flynn Oldenburg saying a lot of times Katie Schumacher-Crowley got the upper hand. However, it was always full respect on both sides.
Only beat Penn State, she said, 1 time in her career, trying to make up for it in her coaching career. Maybe stealing 1 tonight, but we'll have to play come from behind volleyball in the 5th to do it. Out of the timeout. Point Ohio State, double contact against the Nittany Lions.
Good work by Ohio State's block, really forcing their way over the net, forcing the ball to stay on Penn State's side and force them to try to make the error, make the play.
Elisaya going to Holland.
Holland has been Penn State's hot hand tonight. Even though she's a middle attacker, she has got the 3rd most attempts on this squad with 31 tonight. They are finding her in every situation that they can because she is putting the ball down.
2 blocks away from an impressive double-double. Penn State 6 points away from what would be a monumental win here in Big Ten play. Williams going for it, not getting it.
Ohio State continuing to just put the pressure over on Penn State's side to try to force them to make a play. And in this 5th set, your defense has to play up and just keep the pressure on the other side and rely on that backcourt defense to try to make a play and keep it up.
Well, Penn State fortunate to keep it alive. Williams there defensively. Londot coming up large.
Londot in a one-on-one situation loves to take that ball cross, so that Penn State blocker has to make an adjustment and try to line up inside of her or drop that inside hand to take away that shot.
Kill 15 for Londot on the night. 9 apiece. Morbitzer down to keep it alive, and boy, Pedraza doesn't make those type of mistakes in crunch time often.
A big break for Penn State on that one as we near the red zone in this set, as we're only playing to 15. This goes by so quickly, and you can't afford to have these kind of communication errors this late in a set.
Yeah, a little hesitation there with Murr in the vicinity too, and it comes at a big spot. Great response as Londot fires one to the floor.
When Londot can get going from the middle on a high 2-ball, she has so much more range on her attack, so she can hit more shots, and a lot of shots are open because she's typically one-on-one in those situations.
2 sets apiece, 10-10 apiece in the 5th. Big Ten volleyball at its finest for 2 ranked squads. Elisaya for Williams, and boy, Buckeyes block has been big time. Buckeyes ready to serve with Gonzales restarting play. Elisaya back for Clark. Pedraza in tight quarters, got it done at the net. Clark blocked. Williams is not.
We've talked about how quick the arm swing is for Williams, but also her tips. She throws them with such strength. It's not just a teeny bopper little tip over the top. She is putting her entire body into that tip to still barrel through the blocks on an off-speed shot.
23 kills for Williams here. And 20 of the first meeting against the Buckeyes. Milanovic putting it up for Williams, and boy, Powell had her number.
Powell getting up and getting over, closing every ball outside. Look at the timing between these 2 blockers. Powell gets that hand turned inside in that seam and drops her left hand into the cross court to seal it up.
Boy, when you've been taking it from a player with the power of Cash Williams all night, get a little payback's gotta feel good. Buckeyes by 1. Raider down to keep it going. Good first contact from Grimes. Williams able to get it done.
Cash Williams is powering through any block right now. They're getting some touches, but she's able to find those high fingertips or the tool on the block, just bringing all the strength and power that she has.
And again, first season at Penn State, the grad student from Los Angeles with a Nittany Lion career high, coming in, transferring from Long Beach State. So impactful for the Nittany Lions. Raider, that's big.
First ball side out for Ohio State. They love to go to those middle blockers, especially Riley Raider, who is up and available and brings a lot of heat out of the middle.
Crunch time for Cash Williams and Penn State. Raider 3rd Buckeye in double figures in the kill category. Elisaya for Weatherington. Blocked out.
big shot by Wetherington on the right side. Seeing that those blockers were not as far over as they should have been. Watch how hard this ball flies out of bounds. Raider just a bit late to that block, opening up a big tool shot for Wetherington to hit at.
Every Penn State player on the floor turned to look because there was nobody near it. If it fell in, they were doomed. Instead, it's out, and it's 13-all. That one is in. Raider gives Ohio State a match point.
Raider with 4 hands in front of her can still power through that block because she is such a veteran player, can hit a lot of different shots. That one turning that thumb down to zone 5.
Penn State's done great work on this night, but it could all be for nothing if the Nittany Lions don't salvage this next point. No timeout taken. Morbitzer with the serve. It's deep, but in. And Penn State works the middle to square the score.
It is middle against middle right now here in this 5th set. Both working so hard to get their team to a victory. This time, Allie Holland gets way back across the net. A lot of momentum going forward and able to unload on that ball.
Cassie Kirshen, sophomore, with a big serve at 14-all. Saya working the middle again. Pushed back by Holland. Penn State in scramble mode. The middle there for Ohio State. And that's Raider.
Raider again coming in with a lot of momentum, able to take a big swing at this ball in transition when you want to get your middle going because it can be chaos on the other side of the net. Really big swing for Raider, sending her to the back line. We have middle back row.
And on match point, the Buckeyes with another big service error. 13th of the match for Ohio State against just 2 aces. Deep breath and a restart, and now an extended breath with the timeout. In these high pressure moments. Serve from Grimes. Pedraza has to range way back. Long dot from the back. Vilanovic with the get. Murr on the other end for Ohio State. Williams, Murr delivers. Another big dig. Another get. Morbitzer with that one. Awesome team volleyball all over the floor. Another big save. Point of the night, finally ended by Gonzales.
The defense on both sides, when it is 5th set, when everything is on the line, that is when the defense comes alive and why these rallies are so long.
Well, Penn State's gonna put up a challenge here.
Let's see if this net maybe did move at any point during this rally. Doesn't look like so far. You can see the defense really well on both sides here. Again, just keeping the ball alive. All of these players covering their hitters well. Defending zones on the court that they're not standing in, but they're stopped. No net touches so far. That time looked like it might have been the ball on that
one. Didn't look like it. Point Ohio State. Challenge gone. Match point Buckeyes. And Penn State still had another one from the first 4 sets, so each team still has one if they need it. Another chance to put it away for the Buckeyes. Williams had to go off speed. Full speed for Gonzales. And October perfection for Ohio State. Unbeaten month for the Buckeyes. First time they've done that October since 1994. And Ohio State makes it 10 straight wins.